All right, so I'm here today with Flux and Jay, except they're not on a distant server. They're sitting right next to me.
Yeah, we just finished our live stream yesterday.
Yeah, it was a 10-hour live stream. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't believe we went through that, but it was amazing actually.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it was a lot of
happy
fun.
with it.
It really flew by actually. We kind of we cruised through it.
Yeah, did not feel like going for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, not at all.
It turns out.
We're gonna talk about the live stream more in detail in just a second, but it's kind of fun being able to talk over each other and not have to edit this afterwards. It might sound a little bit echoey because we're all talking into one single mic, but hopefully it's not too bad. We just wanted to sort of share some of the final thoughts on FBS as we just wrapped it up during the live stream. In fact, there's another video coming up with just cinematics next week, and we might actually, for the first time ever, we're inverting the order of the episodes, just giving our current schedule.
Yeah, well, not for the first time ever.
Oh, that's a good
so
point.
Here's the first thing we can talk about. I don't know if you guys ever noticed or if we mentioned it before, but one of the challenges when recording FBS is trying to fit in a bunch of recording with all of our unique schedules. We had trips to month-long trips.
Yeah.
I travel about a week every month and I couldn't record. You were moving back and forth from school and then back home and then back to school for all this. And we started with a pretty significant backlog, but that started to get really thin during a lot of times because we did it. We did an episode every single week, no gaps, no breaks. And one trick we had to use once when I was away is Strict Toaster recorded his episode before mine, then I recorded. But unfortunately, we forgot to tell Flux, so he downloaded Strict Toaster's episode, or he downloaded Strict Toaster's episode, or whichever it was.
I remember now.
That didn't include the stuff I built.
Yep.
So
I built on the wrong save. So we had two different versions with new builds on it.
Yeah.
And we were like, how are we going to solve this?
We ended up solving it actually really easily.
Yeah.
After a little bit of... It took like 10 seconds once it was set up, but Sam, I think, spent more than 10 seconds on this.
Yes.
For us.
Oh, because it's a feature he was like, he actually made it for...
Wow. So if you guys like the new export feature and Move It, you have us to thank, because we're like, crap, is there any
not
way...
Sam, us.
Yeah, no, you have Sam to thank.
Okay, yeah, true.
You have us for just, suggesting the
inspiring,
idea.
Yeah. But we actually used it to kind of merge these saves together, which was that save. We almost lost the fire training facility and had to rebuild that from scratch. Mm-hmm. But it ended up I think that was probably our biggest challenge in the entire thing is
missing stuff in the workshop.
Yeah, there was another instance actually where we had to. I think I don't remember who the person was that built the thing.
I think it was me.
I can't remember. I think it was Flux actually, but
hey,
it was certainly not me. I can tell you
not.
that right now. But I think we lost all the gardens, all the flowers that you put.
No, that was totally you.
No. That's when.
We'll share the blame.
That was Jay.
I think it was me, but look, if we want to point fingers at anybody except me,
it was only 20% me. No, we realized in my
realized in
episode,
yours, but it was
like
Jay.
I actually opened old saves to find it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Whatever. The point here is that we actually end up copying and pasting a lot of the flowers that you actually did on episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was way early on.
So that saved us more than once.
That was a Steam Workshop thing, right? That it just
that one was a Steam Workshop problem.
For whatever reason, we clicked subscribe all, and it. Like, the Steam Workshop has been sketchy in some of the times where I'm like, I need to download all my files right now because I've got 3 days before I leave and have to record this episode.
Actually, people probably don't know how we do it, and I've noticed this question coming up in the comments. So the way we recorded this series, in case you were wondering, is we're passing the save game with one another via Google Drive. We actually have a whole structure of folders. We have all the graphics nightly organized. It's actually pretty. We put a lot of work into that. And then we have collections, individual collections, so in the workshop, of course. So whoever gets to record an episode can add all the assets that they need for the one episode that they're recording, putting everything there. And then every time we swap the save games, all three of us know that needs to go through all the other collections, even the linked ones, and subscribe to all the assets. So it's actually worked pretty well for the most part.
The only issue was occasionally Steam would do weird stuff where you'd click subscribe all and it would start subscribing to all of them and then it stuck in a loop or do something weird, and then half of them would be missing in game. That happened once or twice where all of a sudden half the assets were gone, and we realized. Luckily, it was almost always pretty quickly.
I loaded once and the terminal building pack hadn't downloaded. I'm like, that's not right.
Something's not
thankfully
here.
That was an easy one, because I guess if I'll take the blame for the plants thing, that was a little harder to see.
But
when none of the terminal buildings showed up, I'm like, yeah, we got to fix this.
Well, the plants thing took us like 4 episodes to realize that we're missing.
Yeah,
so there's like a whole bunch of cinematics from other episodes that don't have a lot of detail. Yeah.
You look back and it's like, wait a minute, the international terminal is literally just grass and tears. there's nothing here.
Hey, nobody noticed.
Yeah, nobody
pointed it out.
Not even us.
The other thing that happened is I used to not have all the DLC. And so, so you used a whole bunch of, what was it, like natural disasters or something?
I did. I had a full episode where I'm like, I'm playing a bunch of DLC buildings.
Yeah, he's literally using only DLC buildings, and I had none of them. So that also happened.
We got that sorted.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad, though.
In fact, do we want to talk about what happened at the end of the live stream? And that will be a great segue into the next topic.
Boy. Yeah. Okay, sure.
I don't have. Who is to blame for this one?
I think it's probably me because I'm the one.
I mean, you told me to save and I didn't. So
but it's still kind of my fault
for this one.
So we didn't save like hardly at all during the stream. we literally saved like 3 times.
Yeah,
we have like 3 saves. It was 10 hours long. We saved 3 times, and I don't have autosave on. I haven't used autosave since Traffic Plus Plus was incompatible with it, which is the entire lifespan of this game, pretty much. So.
And in a nutshell, we lost the last 3 hours. So
was it 3 hours? Yeah,
about 3 hours.
Yeah,
so
about 3 hours.
A bunch of like all the planes that Jay plopped will have to be replopped. The lake that Flux did will have to be relaked. And then the trees that I put together.
But to be honest, that like we were focused on the stream the whole time when we were doing that. Like so, it was a little bit slower going. We're gonna like redo it literally after this podcast. So it'll be.
I mean, we already know for a fact that when we had to dig through all the assets and find stuff and figure out also what to talk about and say, we know that this was 3.5 hours of work. It's not like, oh crap, it's gone. That was 40 hours.
Yeah.
We know exactly.
We know exactly how long.
If it takes you 10 hours to rebuild that lake, I'm thinking that maybe something's different.
And why don't we talk about a little bit about how this live stream actually came to be, because it's been something that we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, even before, or maybe like right at the beginning of this project, I know we were always talking about like doing meetups. Like I was like, oh, I should come out to California, or
we always met like separately. I mean, Jay and Flux, never met before.
Yeah, this is the first time that him and I have met in person. But Strictos and I met in London for the first time, right? Or
yes.
Was it PD?
No, in London.
Yeah, it was PDXCon.
No, it was Frontier Expo.
Yeah, Frontier Expo, FX 2017.
I've met Strict in LA a couple times just from, I think I was on a layover at LAX once. I'm like, hey, want to go get that in and out at the airport? That was like a planning meeting for FBS.
Yes, that was before FBS.
As we stood underneath, like we watched this giant A380 land, and like, and we're just like, so this would be cool to build in Cities Skylines.
I think we were already like in conversations about it.
Yeah, we were.
It wasn't
still, we were. It was very nice. It was like it would be cool to build this, not like so let's get that map made yet.
Right.
I think when we met on E3, is when we actually decided, hey, let's actually do a final live stream for FBS.
You guys met at E3?
Yeah. I met at E3.
Oh, what?
I had a business trip
at the door. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
He was waiting outside.
He was there. I had a business trip that week. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be down in LA, and I've got a half a day to kill. And he's like, sure, meet me at E3.
Yeah, it was actually a ton of fun. It's it took quite a bit of time to prepare for it. I mean, not a lot, because we already had all the graphics done for the series itself, but we wanted to have a professional, or as professional as we could make it, kind of a presentation. So hopefully you were able to catch the live stream. I brought all of my recording gear from LA. Jay brought a whole bunch of stuff to you from San Fran. And we had some challenges.
We did. Yeah. We had a boot looping PC like 15 minutes before the stream that was supposed to be managing everything. That was a bit of a nightmare. But
we're kind of freaking out at that point.
Yeah, honestly, like that was pretty terrifying. But other than that, up to that point, it was okay. We just had a few hiccups here and there with like learning how to use OBS with the scenes and like getting all the scenes to work. Getting like the camera sorted out was kind of weird because we didn't know how to get the image from your Sony to.
Well, we're planning on using webcams, and then at the last minute,
my webcam super sucks. It used to be like it was really expensive when I got it.
That's what he says.
In like 2006.
I'm not sure that's true.
It used to be top of the line, genuinely in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, that explains that.
10 years ago.
Okay, it's still on sale on their website for like $150.
Yeah, well,
that doesn't mean anything.
Who knows? Okay, anyway, I thought I had a better webcam than I did, and we ended up having to use Strix's vlogging camera plugged in. So like we had, as as nice as the setup I think ended up looking.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge was the audio. Like, because there's no way for us to actually monitor the audio here, so we had to like wait for the delay over the internet. So it's like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of echo. Change this knob a little bit to the left.
Out how it's like, you know how it takes like 7 minutes for the Mars rover to figure out what to do next?
Yeah, pretty much.
And we've got to figure out like if we're heading towards the audio cliff, but we're not going to get to know until we're all the way down at the bottom.
There's
of the
like
audio
20-second delay to like wait. Yeah. And the other problem was, since the Yetis we were using don't have XLR or like line out, we couldn't send
really
it through the mixer. So we had to just guess, and like we had to software change the gains during the stream.
God.
So anyway, we learned a lot during the stream, but all things considered, I think it went pretty well.
Happy.
Yeah, we didn't streaming go down at all. We had no problems with like losing connection, so that was good.
In fact, this got us really pumped to maybe try this again at some point. Whatever, we just need to come up with an excuse, I think. But
and hopefully have graphics and things set up more than at like 1 a.m. the night before.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I was gonna say that like we were pretty good, but we decided kind of close to the end a little bit that like it would be really cool to have a bunch of graphics. I feel a little bad for this. I do graphics operation for video game streams kind of as my part-time job right now. So I know like the full host of these like multi-million-dollar game tournaments, the full host of graphics, and I'm like, we can do all of these in our little 3-person thing.
I was like, here you go,
like nice wipes and everything.
Yeah, so it's like I prepped the wipe, but like before we all got here, the wipe was kind of all we had. Right? We had like the wipe and like the series logo and the little live logo, and like that was all. And the day we were setting up, I just like we sat on the whiteboard. I'm like, all right, we need these like 15 graphics, and we full screen cards.
It was already 8 p.m. the night before. By the time we wrote that down,
it's like we need technical difficulties cards. The end of day card would be nice. We got to
giveaways.
Almost the giveaways needed a card. So I figured we should do these, and it ended up like we managed to get almost everything. There was going to be one like little thing that plugged our Twitters the whole time.
I didn't get that, but that was okay.
It's okay. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's just like extra crap on screen that's distracting.
So it was much cleaner this way anyway.
It was pretty clean.
Also, talking about the giveaway, I think it's a great segue to thank once again Paradox, because they were super helpful, and they flew us here together in the same room to Salt Lake City, to Flux Studios in Salt Lake City. And also the keys that we gave away were also provided by them, so huge thanks to them. And I mean, I don't know, any final thoughts? I think
that's pretty much it. We just wanted to kind of cover the stream, the project as a whole, and kind of give you guys an idea of how we all think it went.
Yeah, just a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. And I mean, I'd love to hear and to read what you guys have to say. Like, I mean, obviously, you guys could probably tell about the audio issues, but like, I don't know, how'd we do?
Or the project in general, really.
Yeah, how'd we do for the collab? How'd we do for like?
Also, we made it to the 6 like top 10 in
YouTube
gaming.
Number 6.
Yeah, it was pretty popular when we started.
I'm curious to see what people think. Like, because we were beginning to think towards the end when we were like looking at wrapping it up, we're like we could either keep extending and do a bunch of hotels and do a bunch of like extra rental car stuff, but like were people getting bored of airport stuff?
Maybe? And you guys saw the frame rate. I mean, we were like literally dealing with like 3 FPS.
I think it was a combination of that, and also we've been working like 2 nights nonstop, super late nights. We were a little bit burnt by the end.
But I feel like we also got to a really good place. So it was like at Core Airport was scope complete, because we could go and we could keep expanding out. And you can find airport like services like a mile radius from the airport. Like you'll find park and rides, you'll find airport bus shuttles, you'll find the garages for the buses that shuttle whatever. And that's just, we had to cut it off somewhere.
Yeah, we had to scope it somewhere.
So you tell us, did we find a good spot? we think we did, but like if you're like,
I can already tell that the comments are gonna say like, oh, build more things, never stop this.
Well, we're done for now. I mean,
we like to keep it interesting. We don't want to be too repetitive. This project was probably one of the most repetitive ones. I mean, I was having a ton of fun.
Yeah, me too.
I can see how
a single build for this many episodes, like you can understand that. That's that's kind of how it goes. But I mean, hopefully we can find some more like fun stuff to do in the future. And,
totally. We're probably gonna take a little break now. We're not gonna jump into another collab. Just so you know, it took like 5 months before we actually released the first episode. So we haven't even started planning anything new.
We were building Beryllium Flats a year ago right now.
That's right.
And that was kind of, Beryllium Flats was purpose built for this. So it was kind of a full year of production to make, honestly, 6 months of episodes.
Make 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Just the 6 episodes.
That reminds me, we've gotten this question a lot, but it's worth pointing it out again. this save game is unfortunately not going to be in the workshop, not because we don't want to, but because it requires a lot of local dependencies.
Yeah, we got 6 months of local dependencies. And
yeah,
stuff we did.
There's a lot of instructions that it was really complex to get it up. So we're gonna unfortunately skip on sharing this with you on this one. We apologize for that. We will really like to share this as much as possible, but yeah, this one is still a bit tricky. But I think that wraps it for this.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
That's it. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please consider liking this video if you enjoy this last recap, and also just go binge watch the whole series again.
Yeah, we got a 10-hour live stream for you guys to all get.
Yeah,
go ahead and do
which
that.
is probably longer than all the episodes put together. Have we done the math on that?
No, that's probably not.
Oh,
It might be. It's close.
we have a few like 40-minute. We also have a few like 15, 20-minute episodes. So we'll see. I don't know. Probably not, but it's pretty close.
But yeah, in any case, thank you so much for watching again, and hope to see you in the next project.
See you guys.
Bye.